Bergs kind of rush for that, just because they do have the cheap base to get in there. Okay, there we go. We have Ritual now getting into the lobby. It looks like we are ready to get this game underway. Now, I am curious, are they required to have the red and blue colors?
Yeah, I don't think so. If that was true, then MLG would have locked in those colors. So.
Definitely. Okay, it looks like we still have actually 1 more minute to wait. So, filler content.
Yeah, right. What is it? Well, first of all, I want to check what our our other opponent really is, because apparently he's gold right now. All right, so his highest was diamond. That might explain the nerves and the the questionable, how much that early aggression really did. And he's gold right now. He was diamond. I don't know when, but he may also not even be his main race. Maybe trying to change races. No, he's still Protoss. Yeah. Looks like it was back in Wings of Liberty. Looks like he hasn't been practicing too much, so potentially he was, just gonna go to MLG Anaheim anyways, and was like, you know what, let's just play. It's fun. I give Desrow almost a free walkover. It's all good. It's fine.
So, yeah, I'm assuming he's obviously a Masters on a different server, since
He might
it
be.
is showing up as... Now, was this completely open? I thought it was Masters and up.
No, it's completely open.
Oh, it's completely open. Okay, I was used to, like, WCS, where they require the... oh, looks like the game's actually getting underway right now.
Yeah. So, no more filler content needed. But we'll have to see if, he tries to go for that 4-gate once more and maybe doesn't lose all his probes to a mothership core. That would definitely help out his build order. And if Desrow does decide to go for the blink all-in on this map, which it is so good on. So, game number 2. In the bottom left, he's currently up 1-0. It's FXO's Desrow.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner as our blue Protoss, we have Ritual.
Alright, so once again, Blink, very popular on this map. You don't really see too many very, very long PvP games on this map. In fact, you don't see that many really, really long games at all on this map, really. I mean, the amount of times I've seen Battlecruise on this map was once, and it was because I was bad, and I tried. Don't do it. But, just not very long games.
Definitely. We do have a probe coming down low, so I would expect to actually see okay, I was going to say Forge Fast Expand, but the probe is now going out for a very early scout or some sort of cannon rush, perhaps, to try to see if he can get back into this game. Not really sure what's going on there.
Well, it's definitely going to go do something. That would be the earliest scout ever, and also a little bit pointless, seeing as I have a pylon behind there. So it should be being placed down. There we go. And it could be gateways, definitely. It could be just a 2-gate. It's not that far away from the base. Definitely still a very good position for it. It could also be a bunch of other things, but I'm going to say gateway. I mean, it could place the forge, and then you can kind of cannon rush. Maybe it was inspired by Bubbles from Coach Park. But I'm going to go with gateways.
Definitely, yeah. And with the lack of gas in Ritual's base, I would definitely would say gateway units. Actually, building the gateways there, so not even warping anything in, it's going to be direct attack.
Oh yeah, definitely. 2 gates. He's just going to be chrono boosting out, as you can see, saving up all that chrono boost to 100. He's going to have good 4 chrono boost and really get those 2 pumping out now. Will Desrow scout at all? It's past the 9 pylon. That's usually a very common time for him to scout. The gateway has been put down for a while, and he is scouting the insides of his bases, trying to be a little bit precautious, but will he scout that exact position? Ooh, looks like he's going there. No, he's not going to see it, though. He needs to go... Nope, not at all. But he will at least scout the main about the same time that the Zealots are going to be chronoed, so I don't know if it's going to be enough time.
Yeah, but by the time he gets into the base, he will definitely know something is up when he sees a very low worker count and the fact that there is no tech buildings whatsoever in his main. We do have both the Zealots now being chronoed out. The probe is actually headed up. It looks like he's going to do some scouting while the Zealots are building. The scout from Desrow is just now getting in the base. He knows something is up. We'll see if that actually affects how he's going to build stuff.
Yeah, definitely. He could force down a forge right now and try and play that defensive style against a 2-gate. He could try and micro really, really well with his probes as well to get that mothership core out ASAP. Of course, Zealots can't shoot up. Mothership core is pretty much free damage. It's very good stuff. No forge, so I don't think he's going to go that route. It's just going to be, Chronata Stalker and a mothership core and pure micro.
Definitely, and we have 2 Zealots against 1 as they do some fancy dance moves. They're trying to get into the mineral line. There's a stalker being chronoed out of the gateway of Desrow, and the probe is headed back. It might actually try to scout out these 2 proxy gateways. More Zealots rushing in for backup.
Yeah, the two Zealots in the main do get surrounded. Some nice micro coming out from Desrow. Hasn't lost too many probes. A lot of them low on health. That's always a good thing to see in the situation. This one Zealot's not going to do too much of that pylon. The Stalker is out against two Zealots, and with just simple good control, especially with this Mothership Core, I think Desrow is effectively held.
Definitely, and with this lost attempt, he did not do the damage he needed to make those proxies actually worth it, so he's definitely going to have to hopefully macro up. There is gas coming down for Ritual and a Cyber Core, so I don't know if he's going to try to hold on to these the two gateways. The gateways actually have not been scouted yet, so I would hope Desrow knows that it definitely did not come from the main base.
I think he knows that. Whether or not he actually wants to go towards those gateways is another thing. He could just go straight for the main, start dealing probe damage, like a lot of probe damage. And, you know, Ritual does have the Cymerics core, so we can start getting some Stalkers and trying to win that Stalker war. But, it's on his mind right now. He's lacking on gas severely, has way too many minerals, and these two Stalkers and Mothership core might just end the game.
Definitely, and it looks like more units coming out for Desrow. It looks like the Stalker's headed up there to actually, he's on the attack command, so he's going to find those two gateways. And sadly, because, and the two Zealots getting chronoed, they might actually get out there and do some damage. The one Zealot is extremely low on health. We do have the two Stalkers rushing into Ritual's base right now, right into the mineral line, starting to take out the probes, running back and forth.
Ooh, two gateways are unpowered, almost done with the Zealots, although they would have just been microed against anyways. And these two Stalkers will two-shot a probe each, and he's just down on probes. It's 8 to 23. He has a lot of minerals, but just nothing to use them.
Definitely. With the army supply 4 to 14 and the overall supply 8 to 37, I don't see Ritual pulling out of this anytime soon.
Yeah, unless, I don't know. Well, even you can no longer pull the plug if you're that type of guy. You can just go back into the game and be like, oh, darn. So I think he's just biding his time right now, saying, well, now I gotta go to the losers bracket, and there is a losers bracket. It's not the end of his run. He can go down there and maybe even face Coach Park, and he does not want to do that.
Definitely. And he's warping in Simulator. I think he just wants to hold on. Oh, that was Desrow warping in, excuse me.
Yeah.
GG's thrown out.
Funny. He does heart Desrow at the end, says good luck in the future, and that is a relatively quick 2-0 in favor of Desrow.
Definitely. So, with that being done, what do you think Ritual should be doing instead, since he has lost this 2-0? He obviously was making some mistakes. What do you think he could have done to actually fix that more into his favor?
The 2-gate? Like if he was going to do the 2-gate? It's a good question. I don't really play PvP, and it's changed so much since Wings of Liberty. Now you get the Mothership Core, which is free damage consistently, and even a Nexus Cannon after a while. So, I don't know, maybe closer, maybe actually in the natural where Desrow checked, or even in the main. Is New Planet S where you can put that in the main? I don't think so. I think that's Cloud Kingdom. Yeah, it's Cloud Kingdom. It might be. But, yeah, I don't know. And maybe even... Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe like stacking his Zealots for a while, but usually like the sooner the better. Losing the two Zealots, I think, was probably the biggest point. He got them stacked up against the Assimilator and had like mostly a surround, and then the Stalker was already out. Yeah. And usually you want to distract them with two Zealots attacking the Stalker, and then like two more in the probe line, so you're at least like taxing his multitasking skills and hopefully getting some probes, and he was unable to do that.
Yeah. Should have had a slightly earlier scout out, actually, to figure out the fact that, with a proxy like that, it's really good against, an early expand, like a Forge Fast expand, but unfortunately, just against a standard play, it's pretty easy to chrono out some home defense. And then you also have your probes. He didn't actually pull any of those probes from his line, but he could have, and that still would have pushed it back into his favor and still been way ahead in the supply.
Well, with that series ended, we're going to be getting another series going. We haven't yet to be told what it is, but we'll let you guys know as soon as we know. Until then, we're just going to go on a commercial break, and we'll be back in a few minutes.